shit! Alright guys, some guys wanted to see a deck profile what took me to top 32 in the California Regional, so here you go. Let's start off with Pokemon. I got two Thundurus. Thundurus is just like really good early game. You can get a charge off turn 1, and then you can just start disaster volting until you have enough energy in your discard, and then you can start dynamotoring it onto Zekroms and stuff like that. And it's just I really like Thundurus. 2 is a good count. 3 is really good if you're expecting a lot of Celebi decks. It just tears right through it. So next we got Zekrom. He's going to be like your mid to late game attacker, really. He's going to hit hard for 120 and just shit on everything, really. That's what he does. And then he's really good, especially in Durant. Zekrom's going to be your savior. Bolt Strike twice, and then start outraging. It's going to be awesome. And then we have the Eoltrix. I run 3 Eoltrix, and 3 of the 30 HP Dynamos. I was a fan of the split for a while, between 40 HP and 30 HP, but I really just like having the extra free retreaters around. It's really nice, it's really handy. So I went with that. You could also run like a 4-3, but I always found this 3-3 was enough. Here's the MVP of my entire day, is Tyrogue. He's a baby Pokemon, 30 HP. For no energy, Mischievous Punch will do 30, put him to sleep, and then he won't be take any damage while he's asleep. This guy notched me so many kills during regionals, it was ridiculous. Really freaking good in this deck. Next we have our illustrious EXs. Zekrom EX, which could hit hard for 150 and just tank. I don't know how much I really like this card. I only used it once during the tournament. It was doing nothing for me. Some other people, it did a lot. So this card's come down to really just personal preference for everyone. I'll probably end up cutting it, I think. I don't know if I feel comfortable doing that yet. But it's really good against Donphan decks because it could just knock out a Donphan, which is good. You want that, but I just don't know about this card. And then necessity, Mewtwo. I run 2 in this deck. You could run 3 in place of Zekrom, but 2 Mewtwo is good. Mewtwo saved me a whole bunch. I didn't get into too many Mewtwo wars, but as soon as I figured out that like some people weren't running Mewtwo, it was easy just to drop it on the bench, DCE, Dynamotor twice, and then just start like wrecking fools with it. It was ridiculous how like just awesome it would be with no one else running it. So we're gonna move on to let's move on to supporters. So I run 10 draw supporters, no collectors. Yeah, buddy. 4 PONT, just consistent, a great card. Get a great hand refresher. It's just gonna be your early game, really. Early game hand refresher, great card. And then 4 Juniper, another just, I didn't like it a long time ago, I'm loving it now. Discard your hand, draw 7. This card is great. It's gonna put trainers in the discard, your electric energies in the discard for electrics, and just really gonna get through the stuff that you know you're not gonna need. Great card. And then N is just the next card. I run 2. Some people running 3, but 2 felt like enough, and it got me what I wanted to get into this deck. And I never felt like I didn't really ever have like a draw supporter drought. Maybe like 1 game, maybe 2, but I got through them without it. So 2N, like best card in the game, late game N can really bring you back. So on trainers, and I mentioned no collectors, 4 dual balls. I was iffy about it. I almost went back to collector, but I started retesting the deck with dual ball, and I'm just like, I gotta run dual ball. It's too good. The ability to get out your Pokemon and then still play a supporter, really good. Really, really good. And then necessity, 4 junk arms. Consistency, gonna get your trainers back. Use this card too. Really awesome card in the format. And on to 3 catchers. 4 would have been cool, but you know, you run out of space. So 3 catchers was really good. Always got them when I needed them. Could always junk arm for them. 3 catchers is a good number. Here's one thing that a lot of people weren't doing. I run 3 level balls. I was afraid of consistency. Like, in my testing with like 2 level balls, like personally, I could just not ever get the eel tricks out in enough time. Like, I always felt it was slow. So I run 3 level balls. I'd usually get one early game and use it to get like another Dynamo out if I didn't have a dual ball or something. And I'd put one in the discard, so it was easy to get out later. And then I'd still have 2 in the deck. I thought it was a nice addition, but people will say something else. 2 plus powers. Really wish I would have had 3, and I'm considering dropping Zekrom EX for a 3rd plus power. But that extra 10 HP, really awesome. Actually, Tyrogue and plus power saved me a lot. I mischievous punched a Durant, and I was just kind of stuck because all I had was Tyrogue and Dynamo. And the next turn I'd pull a plus power, and I was like, alright, so plus power, mischievous punch, kill the Durant. And then he only had 1 Durant left, and then I actually got a supporter from my prize card. So it really saved me that game. I actually ended up losing, though, so it didn't save me that much, but it was an awesome play. And then just in general, plus power is really, really good. It actually comes in handy all the time. Pokegear 3.0. Fucking great card. Like the best card in the world. You look at your top 7 cards and you pull a supporter out from there. I'm running 2. I also considered running 3 at one point, but I said nay because I wanted that 3rd level ball. So, great card. Okay, 2 switch. I ran 1 for the longest time because I felt like retreating was kind of good. Like, I didn't mind retreating. But then there was times where I needed to retreat twice. Like, I needed to get something from the active to the bench to dynamotor onto, and then bring it back up. So 2 switch was good. 2 switch was really good in this deck. Super Rod, it's going to help your Durant matchup. That's, you know, it's going to get back important things like Zekroms and Thundurus and Dynamos and all that stuff. So Super Rod's super important. Ha! And then my 2 item cards, Eviolite. Again, card I didn't really care for in the testing, but once I knew I was going to run heavy Thundurus 3, I decided I really wanted Eviolite, so 2 in the deck. It actually came in handy a lot. Good card. And the energy count, oh goodness. We're going to go 4 DCEs. That's just pretty much standard for, since you're running Mewtwo's and outraging Zekroms and your Zekrom EX. 9 electrics. That's all you need, guys. I know some people out there that watch my channel maybe aren't that experienced, overrun their decks with energies. Just not that much. So that's a total of, what, 13 energies. 9 electric was perfect. I never ran into a drought. You know, so I wouldn't ever run less than this. Maybe 1 more if you're running a heavier Zekrom list, like 3 Zekroms and 1 Thundurus. But there you go. That's my deck that got me top 32. That's my deck box up there. And this is the coolest playmat ever. So I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.